do I write for the first sentence I say on my YouTube channel? I hope you still enjoy Ed's World. I do. I've been hit over the head with nostalgia. It was Lucky Blocks that did it for me. In all rights and merits, Lucky Blocks shouldn't be that interesting to watch. The YouTubers back then, they hardly even amped up their emotions. I watched Captain Sparkles to the end. He continues to be criticized for being boring. I think a lot of people are. Perhaps that's why I'm boring as well. He helped make me into me. I love math, and I credit him with that. He would always calculate chances and percentages, but also always forget during Minecraft maps to look at the ceiling when he came across a pressure plate maze. I think of him as an old friend. I really do. I know Unus Annus is on that list. Welcome, grieving members. It hurt a lot more than anyone expected it to, enough that I wish to replicate it. Welcome to Notus Annus. Every day for a year, I plan to write 1,000 words and read them out to you. No editing, just me. Thinking. CPG Gray. I really need to check that. That might be not be right, but we'll leave that like that. CPG Gray inspired me to think of a theme for my year season. I will link his video below. So I should link all of his videos below. He's a treasure. This is my season of figuring out, which is stupid, because unlike the examples he gave, it's a harder umbrella to fall under. It's not about choices as much as trying. And I need to write. I'm a writer. I can write 1,000 words an hour, I really can. I consume so much, it's time for me to put content out into the world, even if it's just the ramblings of someone as small as me. I hope you'll think of me as a friend as well. I wonder too how well I'll be able to speak. I usually fall asleep to the stories of Moonhorse or Hellfreezer. Will someone feel safe with my voice enough to drift away? I feel selfish for wishing this at the same time. What do you owe me? Nothing. But I'll hope. I'll hope for the lovely comments and the hateful ones. I know I suck at reading aloud. I plan on leaving every stumble and joke there. That makes me honest. That makes me learn. I just want to figure things out. I'm sure through my musings you'll collect a love story. I remember when the trend was Draw My Life. Why did that ever end? I love those. They were so creative and always inspiring. I live in the middle of nowhere and want to move somewhere. They did it, so can I. God, 1,000 words feels like a lot more in person. It's kind of like running. You can run 1K. You definitely can. It'll feel kind of stupid until you get there. Maybe that's me. And I'm always running around in time zones that are my own. Maybe doing an extra hour of work a day will help with that. It is work, I suppose. Work itself. Wish I could work more, honestly. I feel like I'm always studying or listening to YouTube or cooking. I did some painting. Learned what I meant to paint and flick it away. I planned to have more this week, but with this on my plate as well, who knows? What's the point in taking away more time when I already feel I don't have enough? I think it's about me. There'll be so much more of me by the time I finish. 365,000 words, all on my own. It'd be a shame if I hurt my wrist during this time. Or got sad. The kind of sad where it's hard to shower. I plan to do it anyways. Wise to write, not to be a good writer. It's meditation with extra steps, I suppose. It's meditation that I can actually succeed at. I have a very talkative brain, requires answers to every question, but even it needs time to relax. What should I do if I want to go back and change a part of my writing? If it doesn't feel right now, I should leave it, because temporary is temporary. I'll change my mind a million times in a year. No reason to start wasting time on preventing that now. There must be an ideal font for this adventure, to fill up the page at the right time, to tell me how close I am. I don't want this to be about numbers, but like I said, I'm a mathy. I like my efficiency. That's why I always try and do these in one sitting when two would suffice. I'd rather stay here, page already open, put my hand to read it. Well, I suppose I have to get dressed first. Perhaps it'll be a good motivator for me to do this before 10:30 p.m. The fact that I have to put on a dress. I already have one in mind, though setup may change. Do I want Lemur in the background? Lemur is my fish. Yeah, he's back there. I think he's in a good spot, because during Zoom calls, people can watch him. Perhaps I'll write about Zoom fatigue. It took me until today to bother to look that up, and it makes sense. People stare at you, but worse. You stare at you. It's like doing a public speech with a great big mirror behind your audience. You're the only one moving, so you'll watch yourself and criticize every single time you open your mouth. It's less dramatic in person, but just as draining. The amount of times I check unmuted, it's insane. It's I'm playing music to help keep myself awake, because for as stressful as Zooms are, they're boring, incredibly boring. Hey, maybe people will even listen to this instead of their Zoom class.